Nan Madol Ruins Mystery, ancient Pacific city built on water. Welcome, fellow discoverers, to Adventure Hidden, your guide to the world's most enchanting historical treasures. Today we set sail for the remote lagoons of Micronesia to uncover Nan Madol, the ancient city of stone islets that floats like a mirage on the Pacific, built by hands that tamed the sea itself. Picture basalt towers rising from turquoise waters, canals weaving through over 100 man-made islands, a feat of ingenuity that still humbles us. If this oceanic enigma stirs your curiosity, please like the video to show your support, subscribe to voyage with us on more such journeys, and comment below. What draws you to ancient wonders by the water? Let's dive in together. Intro. Tucked away in the Federated States of Micronesia, off the eastern shore of Pohnpei Island, Nan Madol emerges as a breathtaking relic of prehistoric brilliance. Often called the Venice of the Pacific, this ceremonial complex spans a vast lagoon, comprising 92 artificial islets linked by an intricate web of tidal canals. Constructed primarily between the 12th and 16th centuries, it served as the political and spiritual heart of the Saudeleur dynasty, a powerful lineage that unified the island's estimated 25,000 inhabitants. The name, Nan Madol, meaning within the intervals in the local language, poetically nods to the waterways that define its layout, while its original title, Son Nanling or Reef of Heaven, evokes the site's ethereal quality. At its peak, Nan Madol covered about 1.5 by 0.5 kilometers in its core area, with walls of prismatic basalt columns reaching up to 7.5 meters high, stacked without mortar in a honeycomb of chambers and platforms. These stones, weighing tens to hundreds of tons, were quarried from inland volcanic sources and maneuvered across rugged terrain and open sea, a puzzle that has intrigued explorers for generations. Beyond its architectural splendor, Nan Madol was a hub for elite residences, mortuary rites, and communal rituals, reflecting a society deeply attuned to the rhythms of the ocean and the land. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2016, it stands as the ceremonial center of eastern Micronesia, a testament to how ancient peoples forged harmony with their island world. As we navigate its history and secrets, we'll appreciate not just the how of its creation, but the profound wisdom it imparts about resilience and connection to nature. If Nan Madol's watery wonders are pulling you deeper, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have so many more tales from the tides ahead. Your engagement keeps these explorations afloat. Now let's trace the city's origins. Chapter 1. Origins in the Lagoon, the Rise of the Saudeleur. Human presence on Pohnpei dates back to the 1st or 2nd century AD, with early settlers navigating the vast Pacific in outrigger canoes, bringing with them knowledge of stonework and agriculture. By the 8th or 9th century, the first artificial islets began to take shape in the shallow lagoon, but Nan Madol's grand era dawned around 1180 AD, as confirmed by radiocarbon dating and geochemical analysis of coral embedded in the structures. This marked the ascent of the Saudeleur dynasty, a line of rulers who transformed scattered communities into a centralized society, with Nan Madol as their seat of power. Over about 500 years, up to 16 Saudeleur leaders oversaw the expansion, drawing labor from across the island through organized communal efforts. Local oral traditions, passed down through generations, describe the site's founding by twin brothers from the mythical land of Tidal, who raised an altar to honor agricultural spirits and established the first ruler. While these stories blend legend with history, archaeological evidence supports a gradual build. Initial platforms of coral rubble and mangrove fill created stable bases, upon which basalt walls were erected to form enclosures for nobility and priests. The site's northeastern mortuary sector, Madol Pao with its 58 islets, became a focal point for elite tombs, such as those on Nandawa's Island, where high walls enclosed sacred spaces. This period of growth coincided with environmental shifts, including rising sea levels from post-glacial changes, which the builders ingeniously countered by elevating their islets. Nan Madol wasn't isolated. It influenced nearby sites like Lelu on Kosrae, showcasing the interconnected web of Micronesian cultures. By understanding these foundations, we gain insight into a society that viewed the lagoon not as a barrier, but as a canvas for creation and unity. Chapter 2. Crafting the City, Engineering the Basalt Labyrinth. The true marvel of Nan Madol lies in its construction, a symphony of stone and sea that unfolded over centuries. Builders sourced massive prismatic basalt columns, natural hexagonal logs formed by cooling lava, from a volcanic plug on Soaks Island, about 24 kilometers away across Pohnpei's interior. These columns, some up to 5 meters long and weighing 20 tons or more, were transported by teams using wooden sledges, rollers, and ramps over steep, forested paths, then floated across the lagoon on rafts or canoes during high tides. Once at the site, they were stacked in double walls filled with coral rubble and mangrove logs for stability, creating platforms that could support multi-story structures. No mortar was used. Instead, the columns interlocked through careful shaping with stone hammers and abrasives, achieving fits so precise they withstood tidal surges and typhoons. The overall design mimicked the island's social structure. Central islets like Islets served as royal residences with expansive courtyards, while peripheral ones handled practical tasks, such as canoe building on Dapahu or oil extraction on Pohnpei. Canals, up to 8 meters wide, allowed navigation by traditional vessels, turning the city into a living waterway. Archaeological studies, including those from the 1970s and 1980s, revealed tool marks and discarded fragments on the seafloor, hinting at on-site refinements. Modern simulations suggest teams of hundreds coordinated the lifts using levers and counterweights, leveraging the tides for alignment. This engineering wasn't haphazard. It adapted to the lagoon's challenges, with walls oriented to channel water flow and protect against erosion. Nan Madol's creation highlights a deep environmental attunement, where every stone placement honored the balance between land and sea. Halfway through our lagoon voyage, and the scale of these basalt feats is truly humbling. Imagine coordinating such efforts across an ocean realm. Which part of Nan Madol's build intrigues you most? The transport or the tidal design? Let me know in the comments, and if this journey is enriching your day, a like or share with a fellow explorer helps us reach more curious souls. Onward to the enigmas. Chapter 3, Veils of Mystery, Unanswered Questions in Stone and Wave. Despite centuries of study, Nan Madol harbors questions that continue to fascinate. Foremost is the logistics of construction. How exactly were the heaviest columns, up to 100 tons, maneuvered without draft animals or pulleys? Traditional accounts speak of communal halls guided by chance and stars, but experiments today struggle to replicate the precision, suggesting lost techniques like temporary earthen ramps or even acoustic aids for final placements. The site's expansion during a time of climatic flux, including stronger El Niño events around the 13th century, raises intriguing possibilities. Did rising waters inspire the elevated designs or force adaptations that strained resources? Another layer of intrigue surrounds the underwater remnants. Surveys in the 1970s and 2013 using sonar and submersibles explored submerged basalt pillars and a nearby blue hole, initially thought to be collapsed chambers, but later confirmed as natural coral formations from ancient reef systems. These findings dispel myths of sunken extensions but underscore the builder's navigation of a dynamic seascape. Geochemical sourcing from a 2016 study pinpointed the exact quarry, yet the full journey, from inland extraction to lagoon assembly, remains a testament to unyielding determination. Far from frustrating, these mysteries invite us to celebrate the ingenuity that turned isolation into innovation, reminding us that some human stories are as vast as the ocean itself. Chapter 4, Heart of Society, Ceremonial Life and the Fall. Nan Madol pulsed with purpose beyond its stones, serving as the epicenter of Saudeleur authority. With a resident population likely under 1,000, mostly attendants supporting the elite, the site centralized power by housing rivals and kin under watchful eyes, fostering loyalty through shared rituals. Priests conducted ceremonies in open enclosures, invoking ancestral guidance for bountiful harvests and safe voyages, while mortuary islets preserved the rulers' legacies in vaulted tombs lined with human figures carved from coral. Daily life revolved around the canals. Food and fresh water arrived by boat from mainland Pohnpei, sustaining a community attuned to the tide cycles. The dynasty's end came around 1628, when warrior Islets from Kosrae invaded, overthrowing the last Saudeleur in a legendary battle that reshaped Pohnpeian society. Islets briefly ruled from Nan Madol, but his successors shifted inland, possibly due to the site's logistical demands or environmental pressures like increasing typhoon frequency. Oral histories describe a gradual fading, with the city becoming a place of reverence rather than residence. This transition marked the dawn of the non-Warki era, a more decentralized governance that endured into modern times. Nan Madol's legacy endures in Pohnpeian culture, where it symbolizes unity and the enduring bond with the sea, a quiet force that shaped identities across the Pacific. Chapter 5, Echoes Across the Waves, Preservation and Modern Echoes. In the 19th century, European explorers like John Stanislaw Cubery documented Nan Madol's splendor, sparking global interest and leading to its protection as a U.S. National Historic Landmark in 1985. UNESCO's 2016 inscription celebrated it as a pinnacle of prehistoric complexity, criteria highlighting its unique architecture and cultural testimony. Recent efforts focus on conservation. Coral growth threatens the walls, prompting initiatives like the Nan Madol Preservation Project, which trains local divers in non-invasive monitoring. A 2016 study using advanced dating techniques refined the timeline, confirming construction start in the late 12th century and linking it to broader Pacific migrations. Today, visitors paddle through the canals on guided tours, feeling the site's quiet power amid rustling palms and bird calls. Scholars draw parallels to other megalithic sites, studying how Nan Madol's designs inform sustainable coastal engineering in the face of climate change. As sea levels rise once more, this ancient city offers vital lessons in adaptation, proving that the wisdom of its builders flows as timelessly as the lagoon's tides. Nan Madol invites us to listen to the waves, honoring the hands that built bridges between worlds. As our expedition through Nan Madol concludes, we carry away not just stories of stone and sea, but a deeper respect for the visionaries who wove their world from the elements. This floating city, born of basalt and ingenuity, stands as a serene reminder of humanity's capacity to create beauty amid vast unknowns, its canals a metaphor for the connections that bind us across time and ocean. Thank you for sharing this peaceful passage with Adventure Hidden. If Nan Madol has touched your sense of wonder, like the video to affirm its light, subscribe for more serene sojourns into history's hidden gems, and comment below. How does this site change your view of ancient Pacific life? Sharing these insights with others helps preserve their echo. Until our next horizon, may the tides guide your curiosity.